Greetings, my name's Chris. I'm a careers advisor with CXK and I spend my days helping lots of different students with their next steps. And now in today's video, what we're going to be looking at is developmental career theory. Now this is a way where we can understand what's actually going on for you in terms of how careers develop and why they develop the way that they do. And it's a bit of information that might help you to understand what's going on for yourself as you go through different ages in your life. Now, what I'd like you to imagine is that this little character here that I've got from my son's Lego represents yourself. And this line here represents the future as to your career going on into the future pathway. Now, what's quite useful to understand is the different stages we go through. And there's this very clever career theorist called Donald Super. And he looked at the different life stages that different people go through. And we can have a look at this to see what it might mean for you. So imagine this is you, where you're equivalent to primary school. Now this stage is often known as either the fantasy or the growth stage, depending on which career theorist you talk to or look at. Now this means basically that it's the point of life where you dream big and you're not really sort of pinning down what it is that you want to do, but it's quite often sort of typified by quite sort of fantasy based ideas. So it might be that you dream of being a spaceship pilot in the future. Maybe that's the kind of thing that you were wanting to do, or whatever it might be, or a superhero, or or similar. Now this stage of your life, interestingly, according to theorists, lasts until you're around about 12 or 14 years old. Now it's quite a substantial part of your sort of early childhood, as it were. And then the next part of your life starts to look at when you start to figure out what you want to do. Now, if you think about when is it that most people know what they want to do, and there are exceptions to these rules. Some people know younger, some people know when they're older. But what Donald Super discovered was that it's not about 16, it's not about 17, 18 or even 19, that most people start to develop an idea of what they want to do when they're closer to around about 24, 25, maybe even 30. And this period of life that you've got here, that actually lasts for a long period of your secondary schooling and beyond, is what we call the explorative phase. And the idea is that the more things that you explore during this period of time, the closer you'll get to know what you want to do when you're older and when you're an adult, post-30s. So the idea here is that the more things you're exploring, the more you're going to come up with in terms of possibilities and understanding who you are, but also what the world has to offer. So what's encouraged during this period of time is to explore lots of different ideas, and this can be done in loads of different ways. It could be done through courses, it could be done through work experience, talking to people in the industry, but even through study. So for example, whether it might be university, college, sixth form, apprenticeships, or even travel. There's loads of different ways to figure out where it is that you want to get to. And it could be that your ideas will also change very rapidly during this time, and we call it tentative career choices. And so this is quite normal. So if you're sitting there when you're in year 11 or sixth form or college and you're not sure where you want to be or where you're going, it's actually quite normal. But what we can do is we can support you with this as you're starting to try out lots of different ideas. When you're here, you don't have to come up with one idea. I mean, what we know from a lot of studies about careers at the moment, that in your lifetime, you will probably have over 10 different jobs, if not more. And later careers theorists then talk about this rapid rate of change that's actually currently happening after you've established your career as well, because the jobs are changing in the future that's out there. The opportunities are changing, but also you will change as well. But in terms of where you are now, this explorative period is really crucial to understand. So if you're here and you're choosing your GCSE options and you're not sure where you want to go, that's all right, yeah? But what you can start to do is to get an understanding of what paths can be open to you or closed by the different choices you make here. And that's where getting some support from a careers advisor can be really helpful. So whether that's your careers advisor in school or college or through the National Careers Service team, they can all help you in terms of helping you work out your next steps and what they might mean for you, but also other ways in which you can explore what's possible. So I hope this little vlog has helped you to understand what's going on in terms of your own development and what's actually possible that's out there. I wish you all the best for the future. Stay safe, stay well. Okay, all the best.